Daktari Fred Matiang'i has been endorsed by the former president Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta. We all know that but that was expected of them and from Uhuru Kenyatta. But now there is the inside war. The opposition are fighting. But before I explain more, please like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because niliwaambia hapa ni nyumbani. We share our minds, we share our thoughts. You are allowed to share, I'm allowed to share. Hapa ni nyumbani. This is your channel, not my channel. Thank you for sharing and subscribing. So, there is a war because it seems, inaonekana, the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is sidelining. Anaegemea upande wa Kalonzo, anataka Kalonzo awe flag bearer. Lakini pia tulimsikia the Deputy Party Leader Jeremiah Kioni, the former SG of Jubilee, akizungumza na amesisitiza kwamba Matiang'i is the best candidate for presidency ever. Sema kwamba Matiang'i ndiye tu kiongozi bora kushinda viongozi wote, hata kumshinda Kalonzo Musyoka. But also, on the side of Rigathi Gachagua, he seems to have sidelined on Kalonzo's side than Matiang'i's side. But we know why. The reason why is because the former president is sidelining on Matiang'i's side, so there is that beef that if Matiang'i takes it, Rigathi Gachagua may not benefit. Because we know Rigathi Gachagua, if we make someone president, he will like to even benefit more than that person, than that president. Yani, Rigathi Gachagua akikutengeneza ukuwe rais, anataka afaidike zaidi hata ya uwe rais. So, he believes kwamba if Matiang'i takes it, the former president may benefit more than he may. So that is why Rigathi Gachagua is sidelining on the Kalonzo side, because he can easily lure Kalonzo than he will do to Matiang'i. You know, Matiang'i is not somebody who can micromanage. Matiang'i is a man of principles. He's not someone you can just micromanage from your place. So because Rigathi Gachagua wants to be a kingmaker, he wants to make a king who he can manage from his place. So there is this war inside the opposition that between Matiang'i and Kalonzo, who should be who? Who should be cleared? Who should be supported as the president? And then now the deputies can come from anywhere, because the most important person is the flag bearer, and then the other ones, they can just come. They can create positions, deputy, prime cabinet secretary, speaker of the National Assembly. They can create as many spaces, as many vacancies as they can. But the most important person, mtu wa maana sana, ni rais na naibu wake. So we all know that the former president Uhuru Kenyatta wants Matiang'i, and Rigathi Gachagua wants Kalonzo. Now, how will be these cards played? Because for sure, Ruto is aware. Ruto knows. If they compete with Kalonzo, Ruto will win early in the morning. Saa 12 asubuhi Ruto ashashinda. But Matiang'i is very difficult to tackle. Matiang'i ni mgumu sana kuanza kupishana naye kwa urais, because hana dosari. But people are talking about, oh, Yala, that's nonsense. When Yala happened, the president now, the former deputy president, was the deputy president. So, I'm not seeing, and Ruto is not ready to compete with Matiang'i. He is not ready to compete with Matiang'i. I'm very much sure. Ruto is not prepared to compete with Matiang'i. He is prepared to finish completely Kalonzo Musyoka. That is why he is attacking Kalonzo Musyoka technically, so that now people will see that Kalonzo is a worthy competitor, because the president is attacking him. You know, Ruto is very wise. That is why Ruto doesn't attack Matiang'i often, because he knows Matiang'i is very difficult to tackle. What will you accuse Matiang'i of? Nini ile uta campaign against Matiang'i? Ni yala. And remember, Matiang'i has not denied any yala. He has said, fanya uchunguzi, fanya inquiry, muniite nielezee yala nini ili happen. Because alikuwa waziri. He would not be knowing what happened in yala. So amesema, let's have an inquiry. I'm responsible, I will answer. But nothing has been done, no investigation. So Ruto is aware that if they compete with Matiang'i, he will lose 5 a.m. in the morning. But if he will have Kalonzo as his opponent, Ruto will win as earlier as 6 in the morning. That is why he is attacking Kalonzo more, so that Kenyans now will see Kalonzo is a better competitor, a worthy competitor. It's a no. It's only that Ruto anahepa Matiang'i. He knows who Matiang'i is. He knows what Matiang'i is capable of doing. That is why he's trying his level best to run away from Matiang'i. So let me ask you, as my esteemed viewer, there is Siasa Hub. We share. Between Kalonzo and Matiang'i, whom do you feel that should be given a chance as the flag bearer of opposition? Between Kalonzo and Matiang'i, whom do you feel? Leave alone the Sifuna things. No, Sifuna is not ajafika. Whom do you feel between Kalonzo and Matiang'i should be given a chance as the flag bearer? Kindly subscribe and comment. I like to read comments. When I read comments, it helps me make next video. So whom do you feel should be given a chance to run as presidency against Ruto in 2027 between Kalonzo and Matiang'i? Kindly subscribe and share your thoughts.